What's up, people? It's Lando in the building tonight for Unapologetically Men. Welcome to 2021. I hope everyone's having a great new year. 2020 was certainly unique, to say the least. But one thing that has been consistent is, of course, female nature. Me and Maximilian been kind of taking it easy, just trying to just get through the year and survive and everything. I'm pretty much taking the reins just for tonight, just to drop some red pills and just have a little discussion. I came up with this idea since this is a new year. A couple years ago, I had put out a video, top 10 reasons of why it's impossible to have an honest conversation with women. And so for this year, I think I'd update it and do the top 5 reasons of why it's impossible to have an honest conversation with women in 2021. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because I've just been noticing this trend with a lot of other content creators, especially the magnificent Mr. Kevin Samuels. He has really been bringing the heat and holding women's feet to the fire with the content that he's been creating, and I respect the man for doing that. But yeah, these are the top 5 most consistent things that you will always run into if you're attempting to have an honest conversation with a woman. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Starting at number 5, her mind is already made up. When you're talking with a woman, especially if it's about something that maybe is related to her own personality that she is actually aware of, she is going to be stubborn and decide that her way is the correct way, even in the face of all facts, evidence, and reasonable doubt. Number 4, a constant state of deflection. Whenever you ask a woman something, they can't ever just answer the question directly. They can't ever give you a simple, direct answer, especially if it's a yes or no question. There's always some sort of tactic being used to derail the conversation in any direction, even if it's towards a totally different topic. Everything just to avoid from giving an answer that might denote some sort of accountability. Number 3, they want to take and insist on taking everything personal. Every time a question is asked or a point is made about something, they feel the need to internalize whatever is being said and suggest that, oh, I'm not like that, or I don't do that, or the people that I hang around don't do that. It's like everything has to revolve around them. It's just an annoying state of solipsism. Number 2, we're getting close to the top now. Number 2 is one that I really can't stand, and that is answering questions with questions. There is no better way to avoid a question than answering a question with a question. It's a twofold tactic. Not only is it a deflection, but it's a tactic in order to flip the conversation around on someone else, or either to change the subject in a very passive-aggressive way. It is very disingenuous to communicate in this way. And this is something that a lot of women have a knee-jerk reaction of implementing. And last but not least, number 1, shaming tactics and outright insults. This is definitely a very common knee-jerk reaction of women when they are involved in a conversation, usually with a man, where they hear something that they not only internalize and take personal, but oftentimes it can possibly be true, so they feel the need to attack. And they will go all up and down the ladder in regards to what they will use to shame. They will do things like call you bitter, talk about your virility or your hypersensitivity, or either your ability to rationalize. Say you need therapy, or the ever popular "who hurt you," you know what I mean? And sometimes they'll even go so far as to bring your family into it. They will take any kind of low, underhanded tactic to try to use slander as a way to prove their case, which oftentimes they have none to begin with anyway, and that's why they're attacking you. They know they have no argument, so they want to start an argument. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why it's impossible to have an honest conversation with women. You're better off just not having one. Don't ever have a serious conversation. Just let them talk about themselves and let them go on their merry way and be happy. Oh, yeah, there is one honorable mention. I thought about adding it to the list, but I figured I'd just throw it in here now. But the level of hypocrisy is just uncanny. And what I mean by that is a woman will say something while doing the complete opposite in the same breath in a conversation. And what I mean is how a woman will demand respect while at the same time being totally disrespectful. That's just one example. So, yep, that's the honorable mention part of this discussion. But, yep, that's all I got to say for tonight. Again, this is Lando for Unapologetically Men signing off. Happy New Year.